message off one of our subscribers the other day saying, "Come on, brother, do a live, do a live." And the reason I haven't done any lives is I had nothing to bring really, so didn't want to bore you with doing pointless lives all the time. But I've become a bit unwell with what I believe to either be the norovirus or food poisoning. That's the only thing I can put it down to. Yeah, I just started with a little bit of cramps in my stomach, going to the toilet a bit loose, and you think, right, it'll return back to normal, but it's absolutely, whatever it bloody is, it's absolutely attacked me for the last 3, 4 days, and I absolutely feel drained. Anything that I'm eating, can't keep down. I've not been sick, but obviously I've had bad stomach. So I'm trying to reduce the frequency of eating now. Today I've kept it pretty simple. Had a yogurt, which isn't good because it's dairy, but got it in. A slice of toast, and that's all I've had, and I'm absolutely starving. But today's been my best day out of them all. I feel like I'm on the road to recovery. I don't feel like I'm going as frequent. I still feel drained, still feel a bit of cramps here and there. Just keeping warm in my bedroom. Got the heating on. Got under my cover. Got my pillow by the ready. And I think I'm going to try and do a little nap. But yeah, that's what I got presented to you. I think it's the norovirus or food poisoning. Now, there's a local store near us called Save a Lot. But what you save a lot in buying ingredient wise, you'll pay you'll pay further down the line on a lot of toilet roll and paracetamol. Let you know that. So I bought 2 sports energy drinks. On the energy drinks, it said £1.50 each. So that'd be £3, yeah, for 2. And the deal was £1. So I bought them. They tasted fine. They looked okay. They was done it the next day, but I didn't put it down to the drink like an idiot. And I drank my second bottle the next day. So I think I've sort of slowed down the recovery because I've had 2 bottles inside 24 hours of each other. So I reckon if you had just drank the one, I probably would have been recovered by now. Now, people are saying, is it the chicken? I ate a bit of chicken, but everyone else ate the chicken and they were fine. So I've got to put it down to them drinks. So just be careful when you're going in these bargain shops. Things like Home Bargains, fine. But if you see something that, like cereal wrappers, instead of being in the box, out of the box, so all you can see is the contents in the bag, just be very, very mindful of that, because once from the same store, I pick a packet of cornflakes. So it's on the conveyor belt, and then the next minute it's moving, and then in my eye line I seen like mould on the cornflakes. I said to the guy, "I'm not having that, mate." He said, "Put it back and get another." So just be careful. I don't remember you, no. Sorry. Do you remember me? Remember me? But yeah. So because this has happened, this stomach problem, it slowed me down on my medication for my chest because I can't keep up. I just can't keep up with it. I've been that wiped out. It's just been hard to manage other conditions. So this is why it's tricky for people like us. I'm not saying it's not tricky for the person who suffers with just bronchiectasis alone, but when you are struggling with multiple conditions, such as myself, and then on top of that you get some kind of food poisoning and you struggle with IBS anyway, you can imagine the detrimental effects on your physical and mental health takes a whack. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And even though we feel like we're dying at some parts in our life, we've got through bigger and better and harder things, so we're not really dying. Our candle's not ready to be put out just yet. So keep that mindset the best you can. And yeah, I switched my gentamicin antibiotic over a couple of days ago because I'm finding it very, very difficult in keeping up the nebulized daily treatment twice a day. So I found a box of flucloxacillin I had, which treat I can't even get the word out, staphylococcus, should I say. Now, the downside of stepping down for a week or 2 weeks from my gentamicin is if there is a Pseudomonas present, obviously the flucloxacillin is not going to treat that. But I don't feel like I've got Pseudomonas, so I stepped off it and I just wanted to give myself a bit of time from nebulizing. It was absolutely wiping me out. I was getting through my Ventolin nebulizer, I was getting on the saline. By the time I'm shifting all this mucus, I just felt drained. I didn't even want to do my antibiotic nebulizer. So, that's what I'm going to have to tell my specialist as I've got a little bit older. Now, I'm not old in any stretch of the imagination. I'm 38, but I've noticed these nebulizers are taking it out of me more now than they ever have done. I feel like even though it's a part of the rehabilitation, it's a part of the program, it's part of the physiotherapy, so to speak. It is tiring. And then when you throw a strong antibiotic nebulized down your throat straight after it, I'm saying it's probably taking me 45 minutes to an hour sometimes to come down off the medication, from the saline, how it made me feel. I feel like my heart rate's a little bit speeded up after the medication. So yeah, it's not just throw medications at people like us and oh yeah, these people are fine. You start to see the chinks in the armor once we get a little bit older, or once the condition progresses. You start to see it for what it is. Really, it's not as easy as just throw some antibiotics and off you go on your jollies, on your journey back to work. It's not that simple. So the thing is, now we're going into February. Let's say we're going into February, which we are. It's still very, very cold, and you can see I've got my hood up in the house. I've got the heating on, and I've got my bloody socks on. So this is the precautions you have to take. Some people don't feel the cold like other people, but I do want you to bear in mind that obviously overheating yourself isn't good. Yeah, but underheating, there's a word for it. We can't think of what I'm trying to find. Is not good as well. So people who suffer with the chest, if you've got nothing on your feet, if you've got like a vest top, I do worry about you. There's one in particular person that likes to wear a vest top during winter that I know with bronchiectasis. You just what you got to notice is that your room temperature maybe 16 degrees. If you leave that room, the other room might not be heated the same, or you may go to the front door. You might go to see a friend just at the door who's knocked on, put something out, say to speak, and this is why we become very, very poorly. So get your thermals if you can last in a pair of thermals, like preferably a thermal vest or a thermal top. I've tried them long johns and they're not for me. Mother always said, "Don't forget your long johns." All right, Pavina, here, you okay? So yeah, I've got a little bit more colour to my face. I went very, very pale with this neurovirus. Like this side of my face here, and here was very, very pale. I had quite a high temperature as well. My cheeks were very, very red. Um, and I was on paracetamol like clockwork for the first 24 hours. We had a thermometer here, but the thermometer's garbage. It was telling me some parts I was 34 point something, which was wrong. And then when it actually read that I had a temperature, it was actually like 37.8. And I felt like it was like between the 38s and creeping on to 39s. I started getting a little bit of that delirium as well, like shaking with the temperature, and not knowing whether to stay under my cover, get out of my cover. So, and the night before this happened, which was weird, what I noticed, my sleep was broken. Now my sleep is normally broken anyway because I got to get up for the toilet, a cough, but this was a different kind of broken sleep. It was where I was kicking the quilt off me, and I'm one who wants the quilt on. I'm hugging my quilt, kicking it off, and that I must have had a temperature in the night, not known. So, like we call it day 4 now. I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm going to try and get early night, so to speak, and see how it goes. And I'm hopefully by Monday I've started to get a little bit better. But what I will tell you is, which was very, very, very strange, I went out for a drink on the Wednesday night, so it was going into Thursday night, and there was this bizarre Chinese fellow, short guy, pretty weird. And the best way to describe it is so you can get a picture of it. is we were sat down, me and my brother, we were just having a drink, and it sort of stepped up. So the person, this Chinese fellow, was looking down on us, and I've got a vodka and coke with my ice cubes, and I've got a lovely white t-shirt on, but I picked up on a bad aura energy from this Chinese guy, so I've got to go and get me drink, and as I'm drinking it, I spill a bit of the coke and vodka on my top. So obviously it's a black substance on a white t-shirt. So I'm looking down, I'm rubbing it away, and I said to my brother, I said, that guy's a bit weird there, isn't he? So anyway, for some strange reason, the fact that I spilt the drink and seen it on my t-shirt, I looked in my glass. I just thought, and I don't normally look in my glass, so I've looked in it, and what I found in it was strange. I don't know if it's if anyone's come across this, but it was like an S, a little small S shape of what I can just describe as like a plastic substance, or like they do these poppers, these party poppers now, and it's like confetti. Well, that was in my drink. Now, I obviously took a drink before I took it out. Now, I'm wondering, did this weird Chinese guy try to spike me? Because when I got the contents, I threw it away. I should have really gone to the bar. I should have really, told the security, the doorman on the door, that there could be someone here trying to spike some people's drinks. So I don't know whether it was the neurovirus. I don't know if I'd been spiked and some toxins got in my body. But what I will tell you is, I'm on medication, as you know, for my chest, for this and that. And I'd never noticed my eyes were very, very dilated. And I mean, very, very, especially the right eye was very, very dilated. And it was for a few days after as well. So did I get potentially spiked? Was it some kind of, poison? Was it some kind of date rape? I don't know. But just be careful on your nights out. If you get a bad vibe of someone, things like that, guys, just move away from them. Move away and create a bit of distance where you can observe them. And if you think they're being weird, go and speak to the manager, go and speak to the staff, yeah? Because don't think things like that can't happen to you. Because you could be as strong as you bloody look, you know what I mean? When you're intoxicated and you've got something in your drink, it's women and men, yeah, just be careful, because you think it's normally a woman thing where a woman would get spiked and a man would have his way with him, but there's still some strange people out there from both sexes, so keep your eyes peeled, yeah. Remember, just because you're having a fun night doesn't mean this person's come out for a fun night like you have, a normal person, just for a drink and a relaxation. They could have come out for something more, sinister and strange. So keep your wits about you, okay, guys? Never go out on your own. Always go with a family member, someone you can trust, a friend, and not an associate. On that note, we've not really talked much about my chest. We've talked about my stomach problems, and I'll keep you posted as we go. On that note, Stallion signing out. You know what, guys? Thanks for staying along. You didn't chat. Please subscribe and take care.